Hi there, so I'm going to film my makeup collection slash vanity area collection thingamajig today. The main reason I'm filming this is because I just want to look back at it in a year and see how much my collection's come on. So at the moment you can see in this corner here I've just really got all of the makeup that I bought from Essence the other day. It was like 2 weeks ago, don't know why I said the other day. I haven't included this, it's not mixed in with the rest of my makeup, just because I'm still going to do a full face of Essence makeup for one of my upcoming videos, so I've just got that kind of separated from the rest of it. I won't talk you through all that because I already did a video hauling it, so obviously I will link that below if you are interested in the makeup that I've got there. Other than that, I've just got some deodorant, which is almost run out, need some more, and a Lacoste perfume that I got for Christmas. I've also got a kind of a little bit here where I keep all my hair stuff, like my straighteners, my crimpers, and my waving curler thingamajig all down there, my hairbrush, and just random stuff. And I also keep my mirror there because sometimes I like to face this way when I do my makeup because obviously I'm right near a window, so I have better lighting. So yeah, but there's no makeup there, so I will move on. So this is kind of my main makeup area, really. I've got a lot going on here, really, to be honest, and I don't know where to start. So I've got a little cup here that has really got no purpose whatsoever other than that it has my sponge in it. This sponge is the B full stop, the Superdrug brand one, and I quite like this. I think it's a good sponge. Just down here, I've got kind of loads of little brushes that won't fit into my pot. So I've got oh for God's sake, I'm just now going to drop everything in this video. So I've got 3 Makeup Revolution ones that I got in the advent calendar. One's an eyebrow, and I think the other 2 eyeshadow brushes. I don't know, I don't really use them that much, to be honest. I think this one came with one of the Freedom or Makeup Revolution brow pomades. It's an eyebrow pencil, but it's double-ended. This is the one that came with the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. And this is a little lip brush that I got off Amazon. I think I just kind of got it if I wanted to do more kind of detailed looks, except it's got a load of white on it and I'm not entirely sure why. I'm assuming that I use white eyeliner in this at some point because it's white at the end. But yeah, I think it's just I think it's a lip brush, but I think I was using it obviously on my eyes. And the aim of these 2 pots is that I have my eye brushes here and my face brushes here, except it hasn't really worked out well. There's loads of eye brushes in this one, but I mean, there's not much structure going on here. But these are basically all of my makeup brushes. So I've got quite a lot of the Zoeva rose gold something or other set of brushes, which I use mostly for eye makeup. I really like this one here for packing colours onto the inner corner. I love it for that. So yeah, I've got Zoeva ones. Yeah, so I've got a set of eye brushes here. These are all from eBay, but they're actually pretty decent ones. I think they came with some face brushes, but I think I've thrown them all away because they weren't very good. But the eye brushes were really good. I've got one of these artiste brushes, whatever they're called, which is feels really greasy for foundation that I use occasionally. It's off eBay. My favourite powder brush is this one by LAB2. I love this for powder and also blending out bronzers and blushes and stuff. I've got some Real Techniques brushes, got the Expert Face brush here, contour brush here, got one of the blush brushes, so I've got a few Real Technique ones. All of these ones are off of Amazon or eBay, I can't remember which, I get them confused. This one I love for highlighting. I think it was there was a set of these 4 brushes, there was some more as well. That are kind of a rip-off of one of the Real Techniques ones. I think that's called Bold Metals or something. Yeah, I got a rip-off of those, but they're not bad. I really like this one for highlight. I use this one for bronzer all the time. This is a random one that I use for blush. Just a random bunch of brushes. I want some more, to be honest. This pot here, which I think this was a cotton bud pot before. has lip liners in. I honestly don't have a lot of lip liners. I don't really wear lip liners that often. Like, I do wear them occasionally, but not that often. So I will just go through all of these. So I've got like one high-end one, and that's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide Up on what? I'm not reading that properly. The Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Lip Pencil in Anarchy, and this is like very pink. It's like a neon hot pink colour. I've got a Barry M one. This is like a corally orange colour. Doesn't actually have the name of it on here. I've got a Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner. This is in 024 Red Diva, and it is just like a classic bright red lip liner, and I like this, it's very creamy. I've got two of these ones that I think I got off Amazon. They're from a brand called Davis. They're 2-in-1 lip and eyeliner pencils. One of them's like a brown one, and one of them is a black one. The black one's called 01, and the brown one is called, I think I sharpened a bit off that second number. I'm not sure, but yeah, I've just got a brown and a black lip liner. You can use this as eyeliners, but I don't think they work very well as eyeliners, but they are really pigmented on the lips. I've got a Gosh lip liner, which I have not used in ages, and this is Angel Kiss. It's like a kind of pinky, slightly orange toned nude. I got two Makeup Revolution lip liners, and the lids in them are absolutely wrecked because I sharpen other things with them because my actual sharpeners don't work very well. So the sharpeners in these do work very well, which is why they are a mess. One of them is like a baby pink colour, and one of them is like a brownie nude, which I really like this colour actually. The brown one is called The One, and this one is actually called Baby Pink. The last one I've got is the Maybelline like Colour Sensational one, and this is in 132 Sweet Pink, and it is just like a nudie pink one, quite pretty. In this little cup here, I have all of my liquid lipsticks, which it's not too many at the moment really. That is a collection that I am working on. I have two of the Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet liquid lipsticks, and these are called 07 Nudist, and then it says Fini Matte Finish under them. And the reason why I have two of these is because like ages ago, I think I bought some Bourjois foundations or something. This was like probably like 2 years ago, and they got like, you got like a free one when you spent a certain amount, and then I spent obviously like twice as much, so I got two. But I actually really like these. I have a Sleek Matte Me liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Birthday Suit, I believe. It's just a nice pinky nude. I actually really like this. I got two of the MUA Luxe Velvet Lip Liqueurs. The brown one is called Poise, and the purple one is called Symphony. I have got a Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip, and this is the one in Kapow. And I haven't used this in ages, but it's a really lovely colour. It is a very dramatic dark brown colour. I've got two NYX products. I've got the Liquid Suede in Sandstorm, which I love. It's a brownie nudie colour. And then I've got one of the soft... Damn it. And then I've got one of the soft matte lip creams. And this is in Sydney, I think is what it's called. At the back I have all in this little container. I've got all of my lipsticks at the moment. So I'll just go through all of these. This first one is a black lipstick, and this is from a brand called Saffron. It's really cheap. I think I got it on Amazon. It is literally a black lipstick. Next I've got a NYX Wicked Lippy lipstick. This is in the shade Cold Hearted. This is like a silvery colour, like a very dark silver colour. I think it's quite pretty. It's definitely got a lot of like glitter in it as well. Next I've got a Makeup Revolution one, which I've had for centuries. This is one of the Atomic ones, and it's in the shade Atomic Serpent. And this is like a dark green colour. I actually really like the colour of this. These are like only £1, but I do really like the colour of this one. Next I've got like a brown lipstick from Stargazer. This is in the shade 129. I don't think they have names. And yeah, this is literally just a dark brown lipstick. Next I've got two Topshop lipsticks. This first one is a kind of dark brownie colour, and this is in the shade Sashay Away. And the next one is a kind of brownie nude. This is a dupe for MAC Stone. I really like this. This one's called Boardroom. I really like these two. Next I have a MAC lipstick, and this actually is Stone. So I have MAC Stone and the Topshop one, which I believe is a dupe. But I love MAC Stone. I think this is an amazing colour. I love it. Next I have another MAC lipstick, and this one is Instigator, and this is like a dark vampy purple colour, and I think it's super cute. And next I've got another Makeup Revolution lipstick. This is one of the Vamp ones, and it's called Black Heart, I believe. And again, I've had this for ages, and it is a very dark vampy purple colour. Next I have a Revlon lipstick. These are the Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks, and it's in the shade Black Cherry, I think. And this is like a dark red. It does look a lot vampier than it actually is. It comes out a lot lighter on the lips, although it looks so vampy here that you'd think this would be really dark red, but it actually kind of just goes on like a kind of normal toned red. Got another Makeup Revolution one. This is another one of the Atomics, and this is called Make It Right, and this is a slightly lighter purple, but it's a little bit metallic actually, but it's quite pretty. Not quite as vampy, but it's still pretty dark at the same time. This is a Makeup Revolution one that I got on the advent calendar. It doesn't actually say the shade name on it, but this one is kind of like a berry colour, berry like pinky red colour. I have my last MAC lipstick, and this one is called Sin. This is like a dark red colour. It's really pretty. It's not quite as vampy as other dark reds, but it's still pretty. If you put like a black lip liner under it, you can make it super vampy. Next I've got a Rimmel Kate Moss lipstick, and this is 107 Divine Wine. I think this is like kind of like an iconic shade. And again, this is like a dark red. It's not too dark. It's not like, again, it's like I said, it's not like a really vampy one, but it is a nice dark red. And oh, it smells like cherries. Gorgeous. Going on to some kind of like lighter red shades now. This is an MUA lipstick, and this is like quite a more bright red lipstick. These are also £1, and the shade is literally just called Shade 1. We've got another bright red here. This is another one of the Makeup Revolution ones from the advent calendar, so again it doesn't have a name on it, but again this is just like a bright red colour. It's really pretty. I haven't actually worn it though. It looks intact, which makes me think I've not even used this once. Next I've got this Stargazer lipstick. This is like a really like shimmery, coppery, goldy colour. It's quite pretty. I apologise that all my lipsticks have like smears and smudges on them. It's because I actually use them. Next I've got a Barry M lipstick. This is in the shade 166, and it is like a really orangey, peachy, corally colour. It's actually a bit broken, as you can see, so I have to be a bit careful when I use this. But yeah, that's like a kind of summery colour, very bright orange. Next I've got a Gosh lipstick, and this is in the shade 153 Flirty Orange. And this is a super bright orange colour. It is quite something. It's really good for the summertime. Next I've got a 17 Stay Pout lipstick, and this was in the shade Make an Entrance. And this is just like a bright red colour. Got a slight orange tone as well, but it is gorgeous. Again, another good summer shade. Next I've got a H&M lipstick. This is in the shade Hort, I don't know how you pronounce that. Hot Pink 022, and this is like another bright neon pink colour, which isn't necessarily my go-to, but every now and then. Literally is so bright and neon. I've got another Barry M lipstick here. This is 156, and I think this is the one that's called Vava Violet, and yeah, like, I don't know, there's another colour on it. This is like quite a berry pinky colour. Like, it looks more purple, but it comes out quite pink when you put it on your lips. To finish off, I've got two Makeup Revolution ones. Again, these are the £1 ones. This one is like a very light purple colour, quite neon-y as well, and this one is called Depraved. I used to use this a lot ages ago. And the other one I've got is called Scandalous Immoral, and this is literally a super blue lipstick, which is obviously not something I wear a lot, but you know, if you ever need a blue lipstick, well, I got one. Kind of ignore this box for a minute. In this corner I've got some baby wipes. Buffy is just here because she's got no place to go. But yeah, I've got baby wipes, and I've also got this micellar water. And to take off my makeup, I actually use a baby wipe and I just put some micellar water over it. And I actually think that works really well to get off makeup. This is just the Garnier one. I also got the moisturiser I'm using currently, which is the Seriously Shine Free Mattifying Oil Free Moisturiser with aloe vera and bamboo. And I think the brand is called Formula 10.0.6. I literally just saw this, I'd never heard of it before, but I actually really like it. I've got this little thing here, which is like my eyeshadow remover sponge. You basically swirl your brushes in to kind of get rid of excess eyeshadow. If you can see, like, you can see the colours in it, because I've already used it quite a lot. But this is just a handy tool to have. I have a little dish here, which has some eyelash curlers from H&M on it, which I quite like these. And it's got these two sharpeners, which I need to get rid of, to be honest. They don't work very well. I've had them for years, different Primark. I need to get a better sharpener because I'm really in need of one. Just like a decent sharpener for eyeliners, lip liners, that kind of thing. They just chill there. And I've got a little pot here where I've got a Nivea Sassy Lip Balm, which is like there's barely anything in it and it's all gross and got different lipstick colours on it. But yeah, I should probably get rid of this because it's like barely anything in it. And then I've got a Lush Lip Surface Lip Balm, which I love. I've used it quite a lot, but I've still got quite a bit left. It smells like lemons. Just a classic lip balm, really. Does the job. This box here is like my kind of makeup that I have in rotation. So what I've only started doing this recently, but what I'm going to do is like just have makeup in here that like I'm going to try and use like on an everyday basis. Obviously not every day because like I film videos where I do special makeup looks and stuff, but for just like day to day going to work foundation makeup. So this is just like my rotation products, which I will change every now and then. I don't necessarily put my favourite products in here. I just put products that I kind of want to use up, or products I just want myself to use more. I'll start from the back. I've got a primer. So the primer that I'm trying to use up, because as you can see there's not a lot left, I'm just trying to use this up really. This is the Barry M Flawless Colour Correcting Primer. And the foundation that I'm trying to use up at the moment is the Wake Me Up by Rimmel in Light Porcelain. And I'm getting through this, I'm just trying to use it up really, because I just want to get through my makeup products. I've also got the, I've also got the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer, because that Rimmel one is a little bit like pink on me, so I just kind of need something to lighten it slightly. And I've got the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer, which is amazing. This is like such a good white foundation mixer. I love this. I've also got these H&M Shimmer Drops, and sometimes I will use these like before I set my face. I'll just kind of get some and put it on my cheekbones, just to kind of use as like a kind of bronzer. I've got this little thin sponge thing, which I use sometimes for like setting powder, especially if I'm like priming my eyelids. I've got a Natural Collection green concealer stick here, which is broken. There's not a lot left. Again, like I said, I'm just trying to use this up really, so I can get rid of it. I've got this No. 7 Creme Touch powder, which this powder's too dark for my face, but I will use it to like set concealer that I'm using on my eyes to do eyeshadow looks. So again, this, as you can see, I've used a lot, so I'm just trying to use this up. At the back I've got the Makeup Revolution Neutrals versus Neutrals. I'm actually going to swap this out because I was using it a lot because I did a video, which I'll link below if you're interested, where I was doing like 3 different looks with this eyeshadow palette, because this is one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes. It's gorgeous, I love it. But I'm going to swap this out now because I want to use a different palette for my next video, where I will be doing 3 eyeshadow looks with one palette, and it'll be the Urban Decay one, which you'll see later. I've got a Too True blush, which I'm not a massive fan of, but I'm just trying to use it up, as I said. This is in shade number 1. It's just a classic blush, really. I've got this H&M, this is a blush, but I kind of use it as a bronzer because it is quite like warm and dark. Yeah, I actually use this as a bronzer most of the time, and this is in the shade Taupe Brown. Setting powder, I've actually just put this in because I finished using a collection one, like it's all gone, so I've just put this one in because I've used a lot of it, so I may as well just use it up. This is the MUA Set and Reflect Finishing Kit. It does also have a highlighter in, which I'll probably start using this as well, because I haven't used a lot of it, but yeah, but this setting powder is really good in this. Highlighter that I got on rotation is the Goddess of Love Triple Baked Highlighter. This is a beautiful, like, pinky pearly toned highlight. I've got two concealers in here at the moment. I've got the NARS Creamy Concealer in Chantilly. There is literally barely anything in this, which is why I've got it in here, because I'm just trying to get as much as I can out of it before I need to throw it away. Then I'll swap it in with something else. And then I've got the Revlon Colour Stay Concealer in Light. And this is one that I use on my eyelids to prime. I don't actually use this on my face because it's a bit too orangey and dark for me, but I use this to prime my eyelids, and I'll use that with the No. 7 powder. Just trying to use these up really. As I said, with pretty much all of these products I'm just trying to use up. Pencil eyeliner I've got is the Smolder Kohl by Soap and Glory. As you can see, it's getting smaller. I've got 3 brow products. I got the Gosh Defining Brow Gel, which I use to just brush through my brows, and sometimes I'll use it to set them. I've got the Soap and Glory Brow Archery, and this is in the shade. The writing's kind of worn off, so I'm not sure the shade, but I think it's like the darkest, or the second darkest, I don't know. But it's just the Brow Archery pencil, and then I've also got the Volu Fibre Gel in Brownie Points or something like that. I really like this for setting brows. I've got the Bourjois Contour Clubbing one in Taupe the Town, which is like a shimmery bronze colour, and I just kind of use this like under my eyes and on my lash line sometimes, so I've just kind of been using that a lot recently. I've also got a Topshop like chubby liner, it's like a liquid faux tip, which I haven't used recently, but I'm going to try and use that a bit more. And the mascara I'm trying to use up is the L'Oreal Superstar, which I love. This is one of my favourites. I had this since like September, and there's still quite a lot in here, so I'm shocked by that, because normally I go for mascara so fast. So that is basically the kind of stuff on my main makeup area. Now I'm going to get onto like my kind of other makeup that I'm not really using so much at the moment, but I've got it stored separately. Okay, so along here I've got 3 baskets, and basically these are kind of overflow because I have like this storage thing, which I'll show you in a minute, that doesn't quite fit everything in. So I've just kind of got an overflow of like products here. I've got this basket with my highlighters in, this one with like bronzers and contour products in, and then the one at the back has got blushes in. This is my highlighter basket. At the back I've got the Freedom Pro Highlight Palette. It's what it looks like. Got 2 powders in the middle, and ooh, can you see those? And the rest of them are like cream ones. Got 3 cream highlight products. I got this Soap and Glory highlight. Oh my god, highlight and sculpt stick, which I don't really like, to be honest. It's quite a pinky toned highlight. I'm just not a fan of this, to be honest. I've got 2 cream highlighters that I got in my advent calendar, my Makeup Revolution advent calendar. This one is the Strobe Balm. I'm just not a huge fan of these, to be honest. Don't really like cream highlight products that much. And this one is a little tube of liquid highlight. I've got 2 Makeup Obsession highlighters. I really like these, they're so pigmented. The first one's called Pearl, and this is quite like a champagne-y, yellowy toned highlight, but it's good for pale skin though. It's really pretty. Look at that. Look at that. This second one is in the shade Moon, and this is literally my favourite highlighter at the moment. Can you say that? It's like a lilac-y toned highlight, and I think it's gorgeous. I have another one that I got in the Makeup Revolution advent calendar, but I actually like this one. This one is literally just called Baked Highlighter, doesn't have a shade name. See, this one actually has got quite a lot of pigment to it. I've got 2 of the kind of Freedom ones, like the Pro Artist ones, that I need a pan for, to be honest. I find it so annoying that these are just hanging about without a palette. but I'm going to get one of the Freedom Pro Artist palettes very soon. But this one is the shade 03. This one's quite pretty. It's quite, again, a champagne-y, goldy kind of highlight. Is it swatched? Again, it's got quite a lot of pigment to it. It's beautiful. Makeup Revolution and Freedom just do really good highlighters, I think. The second one is 01. This is more of a pink toned highlight. This one doesn't have quite as much like kind of drama to it. Like, it has got pigment, as you can see, but it's not quite as like shimmery and like iridescent, but it is a decent, it's more of a natural highlight, this one. I've got this MUA Undress Your Skin highlighter. This one's in Golden Scintillation. And I've not actually used this as a highlight yet because it is quite like a dark coppery highlight. I'm not sure if it would work with my skin tone, but I am going to try it at some point. I've actually kind of used it as a bronzer and it worked kind of alright as that. But yeah, it is beautiful. And that, I've got an old favourite. This is the Too Faced Candle Light Glow. I've used this a lot. As you can see, I've got hit the pan on it. I quite like the whitey shade a bit more, but I also like to kind of mix them together. Yeah, it's like a pinky toned highlight and a whitey goldy toned highlight. This is a beautiful highlighter. Last one I have is another MUA Undress Your Skin one. This is in a slightly better shade for my skin tone. This is the iridescent gold one. And this is just a kind of, just a goldy shimmery, yellowy slightly one. Again, this has got great pigmentation. As you can see, it's kind of worn down quite a bit because I have used it a lot. Can you see that one swatched? It's like my highlight collection. It's got some work needed on it, but it's a good start. Alright, this next one is my bronzer slash contour basket, and it's mostly powder bronzers, but I have got some cream in here as well. I'll start with this. This is the Ultra Pro HD Cream Contour by Makeup Revolution. It is a load of cream ones. Obviously, it's got some highlight in there as well. I don't use this too often, to be honest. As I've said, I'm not the biggest fan of cream products, but it is actually a decent palette. And look at that huge ass like nail mark there. Another cream one I've got is the Freedom Contour Stick. I actually do quite like this. It's got the contour at one end and the highlight at the other end. Yeah, this is a decent product. Last cream thing I've got is the MUA Whipped Velvet Bronze in Majestic Glide, and this is just a cream bronzer. It's actually quite pretty, I like it, but as I said, don't really reach for cream products that often. I've got one bronzer from the Makeup Revolution Advent Calendar. I don't use this very often, but it's a decent bronzer. Next I've got the Barry M eyeshadow in Mushroom, and I feel like some people would think this was a very odd thing to contour with, but I think it works really well. It's very cool tone grey contour, which I don't know, I just really like this. I think if you're skeptical, give it a go. And it's obviously really cheap, I think it's like $2.99. Just try this for contour. And it does actually work as a bronzer as well, but it's just a really cool toned colour. I really like this. I've got a Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer. This is in Ready to Go, and it's just like a shimmery bronzer, really. Not much to say about that one. I've got the Collection Bronze Glow Mosaic here. This is quite pretty. Got a multitude of different colours in there. I want another Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer. This is Golden Days. I broke the lid of this ages ago. But yeah, it's just another pretty bronzer. It's got some shimmer to it. I've also got this Gosh one, which is one of my favourites. This is the bronzing powder in Natural Gold. This is just a classic matte bronzer, really. I really like this. I've got two contour kits here. I've got the Sleek Face Form Contouring and Blush Palette in Medium, and I just used this for this middle colour here. That one like broke ages ago. I just used this one here. This is like the middle shade. I use that as a bronzer. It works really well on me. I think it's supposed to be a highlighter for like dark skin tones. This palette is meant for dark skin tones. I got this ages ago before I knew anything about makeup, which is why I have it, but now I know that this one here works for bronze, and this one I use as an eyeshadow sometimes. I've got the I Heart Makeup Definition in Fair. I think it's called a contour kit. This one's got a contour, a blush, and a highlight in. Obviously, I have separate things for blush and highlight, but I don't know. I just thought that this should go in the bronzer drawer. But yeah, I don't use this that often. It's okay. It's decent. So that's my kind of bronzer slash contour products. This next one is my blushes. At the back, I've got a blush palette. This is the Golden Sugar 2 Rose Gold Ultra Blush Palette from Makeup Revolution. This has got some kind of highlighters and bronzers in it as well. Just to show you that. It's beautiful. I love this. I also use these as eyeshadows too because they're so pigmented. But you've got your kind of blushes on this side. And this one I use as a bronzer. And that's kind of like a dark blush. And that one's more of a bronze. But that's kind of like a highlight. But these ones I think are pretty blushes. Got a H&M blusher. This is in the shade Frosty Pink. This is quite a kind of bubblegum coloured blush. Quite pretty. I've got one kind of cream product, and this is the Ted Baker one, and this is it's called Lip and Cheek Tint, and I'll just show you that. That's what it looks like. I don't use that too often, but yeah. I've got a cream one. This is the Whipped Velvet MUA blush, and this is in Chi Chi, and this is quite a corally hot pink colour, and again this is a cream one. It's quite pretty, velvety, very nice. This is the Blushing Hearts by I Heart Makeup. I love this. I just like swirl it all around, but this one here is just an amazing highlight as well. It's a very pink toned, lilac-y toned highlight. It's really pretty. Aww. But then I also like swirl the whole thing around as a blush, and it's a really nice blush too. Two blushes from the Makeup Revolution Advent Calendar. This one is called Hard Day, I think. Yeah, this one's called Hard Day. This is a more darker, cooler toned blush. I actually quite like this colour because it's quite unique. This one's called Bang Bang You're Dead, and this is a more kind of hot pink type blush. I've got a sleek blush palette. They're called Blush by Free, and this is the pumpkin one. And this has got like a bright red, a bright pink, and a bright orange in. Quite a dramatic palette, but I quite like it. I've got four sleek individual blushes. This first one is called Rose Gold. This is what it looks like. It's quite a peachy toned, shimmery, pinky blush. This one's called Antique, and it's a much darker, rosier toned blush. I really like it. I think it's cute. This one is called Flushed, and this is more of a reddy toned blush. This last one I've had for ages. You can see it's really like weird in the middle. And this one's called Pixie Pink, and this is just a bright pink blush. That's me blushes. Okay, so here I have like a kind of, this is from Wilkinson's. It's like just a storage thing. It's got 4 drawers in it, and then at the top I've got small baskets. As I said, like I don't have enough room in this to store everything. So I'll just go for the 2 I've got at the top. I've got a eyebrow basket and a pencil eyeliner basket. So in this one I've got my eyebrow products. I've got 2 brow pomades. I've got the Freedom eyebrow pomade in Ebony, and I've had this for ages. I've used it quite a lot. It's dried up quite a bit. Decent brow pomade though. I've got the Makeup Revolution brow pomade as well, and this one's in the shade Graphite. Another dark brown one. Haven't used this one as much. This one has gone like really dry though. I've also got a Freedom Duo brow powder, and this is in Ebony. It's got like a dark brown and a slightly lighter brown in it. I really like this for brows. I think it's really good. I got 3 brow gels. I've got this MUA Brow Define tinted brow mascara or something like that. This one's in dark brown, and I don't use that very much because it is a little bit clumpy. I've got this sleek one as well. Like, there's no writing on it. It literally just says sleek. I don't know what it's called, but it's a brow gel, and it's in like one of the darker colours. And again, I don't use this very much because I found it very clumpy when I used it. Maybe I'll give it another go at some point, but it was just really clumpy from my memory. Just got a clear one as well, and this is the Rimmel Brow This Way. This is just a clear gel which I'll use to brush through my brows or to set them, or both. I've got a collection brow powder, I think that's what it's called. It's the Define and Perfect eyebrow powder. The writing is kind of worn off this, so I can't tell. But it's the one that has like a kind of like cream to powder format. You just kind of use that on your eyebrows. It's an interesting product. It's not my favourite, but I need to use it up really. I've got a sleek, again there's no writing on this. This is like one of their like brow pencil things. It's got a spoolie on one end, and then it's got the pencil thing. Here it's kind of like a weird diagonal angle, but I actually really like this brow product. I think it's really good. This is one of my favourites. I also got a H&M brow pencil, and this is like almost black, the colour. I don't use this. I just wasn't a big fan of this, to be honest. It has got a spoolie on one end. It's called the Brow Specialist, and it's in natural black, which would explain why it's too dark, because it's like pretty much black. I haven't actually got that much brow products on me at the moment. This basket is also off of Amazon. I actually just got this today. But I've got all of my eye pencils in here. I'll go through my black ones, because obviously I use the black ones most. I've got the L'Oreal Infallible Stylo Eyeliner 24. It's in the shade Night Day Black. And this is just a windy up one. It's black, it's creamy, it's a really good eyeliner. I really like this one. I've also got the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On one. I love this. This is great, and it needs sharpening at the moment. But this is a fantastic eyeliner pencil. This is in the shade Perversion. It is literally a black eyeliner. I got this one off Amazon from a brand called Laval, and it's actually not too bad really, even though it's like ridiculously cheap. Just a standard black liner. It's not bad. It's a little bit dry. That's all I have to say about that one. I've also got a NYX one, and this is the NYX, oh god, why do none of these things say the name? It just says Iron Eyebrow Pencil. It's in the shade Black/Noir. This isn't my favourite. Like the Laval one, I find it a bit drying, to be honest. This is kind of a black liner. This is the Smoke Stick, I don't know what even, I can't even speak. This is the Smoke Stick by Topshop. This is like a thick one. You can't really use it on the waterline, to be honest. It's more of a grey colour than it is like a dramatic black, but it's quite an interesting product. I've got one white eyeliner and one nude liner, and these are both from H&M. They're soft Kajal eye pencils, and the white one's called Pure White, and the nude one's called Pale Nude. And these are actually really good. I really like these. I've only got two like coloured pencil liners at the moment. I've got a Max Factor one, the Excess Intensity, I think that says. All the writing is all worn off of these. Long wear eyeliner. I think the shade was called like Aqua or something. Again, this is also a windy up one. It's quite a shimmery, like turquoise blue colour. I remember this not being like, not showing up particularly well on the waterline. Like it did a bit, but not a lot. The other coloured one I've got is a sleek Ooh La La liner, and this is in pumpkin, and this is just an orange coloured one, and I think I got this for Halloween, but this is actually quite cool. I like it. So those are all my pencil eyeliners. Okay, so I'll go through all of the drawers now. Right, so in this drawer I've got primers, and in this one I got foundations. Alright, I'll go through the primers first. First one I got is the Collection Primed and Ready Reviving and Anti-Fatigue Illuminating Primer in Cool Rose, and this is a pinky toned primer. Next one I got is the Max Factor Facefinity Primer All Day, and this is just like a kind of moisturiser, like just a white liquid primer. I've got a sleek primer next, and this is the Control Shine and Prime primer, and this one is like a thick pink kind of liquid that blends out really silkily. Next I've got the 17 Skin Wow Free Weight Highlighter Glow and Prime one, and this is so glowy. And I've got a Makeup Revolution Pro Base Blur Primer Illuminating Base Primer, and this one is like a like glittery liquid. Next I've got a favourite, which is the number 7 Airbrush Away Primer. I love this. I also have a, what is this? An anti-shine balm I got on the Makeup Evolution advent calendar, because I didn't know where else to put this. I don't know what you're supposed to like, reduce oils or something? I don't even really know, to be honest. Right, I'll go through my foundations next. So I've got this Fresher Skin one by Rimmel, which I'm not the biggest fan of, to be honest. I mean, oh my god, look at that. It's like a moussey kind of one. It's a little bit pink for me. I'm not the biggest fan. Maybe I should give it another go though. I've got the Sleek Oil-Free Creme to Powder foundation. And this one is like an amazing colour match for me, if you can see it. This is actually quite good, but I don't use it too often because it's a strange kind of format. I've got the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour Comfort Serum foundation, and this will probably be in light porcelain, I think. Yeah, 010 light porcelain. I've got one of my favourites, Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. It's in light 42. It's the only foundation that's actually too light for me, which is an impossible feat. I've got this Bourjois 123 Perfect one. I actually really like this. It's a bit too dark for me. It's in, what's the shade called? It's in the shade 51 Vanilla Claw, I think. It's a bit light, not light, it's a bit dark for me, but I do really like the Formula Plus foundation. I really do like it with some white mixer. I've got the Dermacol foundation in 208, I think. This is amazing. This has amazing coverage. I just need a little bit of white mixer with this and it's perfect. I've also got another favourite, which is the NARS Sheer Glow. This is in Siberia. This is like a really good colour match for me. I really like this. It's got quite a yellow tone, which is good because I am quite yellow toned. This is a really good foundation. I've got the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Matte one in 10 Porcelain. This is actually quite a decent foundation, but I do need a white mixer with it. I've got the Freedom Pro Matte Longwear foundation in 02, and this is really cheap, it's like £2, but it's actually not bad. It's not the best foundation ever, but for the price it's actually quite a decent foundation. I have got this Laval Secret Beauty Foundation Makeup White 582 foundation, which I did used to use a white mixer. I've got better white mixers than this, to be honest. It's a little bit paint-like, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But I did use this quite a while ago when I didn't have any other white mixers. It's off of Amazon, I think. A white mixer that I actually like is the Manic Panic Dream Tone, which is vegan. The packaging is informing me. This is the Flawless Foundation and Colour Corrector. This is a really good white foundation. I've also got this Makeup Revolution The One foundation in shade 1, which is literally white, but I don't like this because it's too thin and it shears out your foundation too much, so I'm not really the biggest fan of this. Unless you're like looking to shear out your foundation, like you've got a really like thick one, it might actually work with the Dermacol one because that one is so thick. If you've got a really thick foundation, this might work with that, but other than that, it's going to shear out your foundation a lot and kind of take away some of the coverage of it. So that's my foundation and primers. Okay, so Katie from the future realised that she cut herself off when she was filming this second drawer. Literally all of the footage was fine except for the second drawer. In this drawer I've got concealers and setting powders, so I will just go through this again now. I'll start with the concealers on this side. I've just took my concealer drawer out. I'll go for that first, then I'll go for the powders. I'm getting really fucking fed up. So at the back I've got the Freedom #Pro Artist HD Pro Conceal Kit. And this is in light medium. I really like this. It's got an array of different concealers with lots of different undertones, and it's also got some colour correctors in the corner as well. I just think this is pretty cool, to be honest. They're not the best coverage concealers, but like, I don't know, I just like this palette. I've got the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cover and Conceal palette in light, and again, this is just quite cool. It's lots of different shades. I like the yellow one and the one underneath that. That's a really good pale colour. These ones are a bit dark, but you could kind of use them as like contour shades if you're pale like me. But obviously if you've got darker skin than me, they might work as regular concealers. I've got the MUA Pro Base Cover and Conceal Kit in Porcelain, and this is just another nifty little concealer palette. These two are good pale skin colours. It's also got a white highlighter shade, and this one is kind of more orange toned. You could kind of use it as a cream bronzer, I guess. Last palette I've got is a sleek colour corrector palette, and I quite like this. Got a blue, a purple, a green, a peach, a yellow and an orange. Just a handy little colour corrector palette. I actually quite like this a lot. I've got some pot concealers. I've got the Rimmel Lasting Finish one in 010 Porcelain, and I've used this a lot. I really like it. As you can see, it's got really good coverage. I've got the Freedom Pro Camouflage Paste in CF01. I really want to use this more. I want to give it another chance because I think I remember it being pretty decent, even though it was only like £2 or £3. I've got this white mineral concealer by a brand called JT Shop, which I got off Amazon ages ago. It's just like a white cream concealer. It's quite dry, but I do remember it working quite well, though I haven't used it in ages. I've got two Soap and Glory colour correctors. I've got the Kick-Ass Fake Awake for dark circles and the All Is Calm Anti-Redness Concealer. So again, we've just got a yellow and a green concealer. I've got two Max Factor CC colour correcting sticks. I've got the pinky one, which is for dark spots, and the yellow one, which is for under eye circles. Last kind of colour corrector I got is the MUA Pro Base Prime and Conceal Correcting Cream, just a green one for redness. I've got this Kick-Ass Light Blur and Brighten Crayon, which is just like a creamy concealer. I've got this Maybelline Fit Me, which all of the writing has come off, in fair. This is a bit too dark for me, so I use it to prime my eyelids. In a similar note, I've got the Miss Sporty Perfect Stay Liquid Concealer in 001 Light, which again is a bit too orange for me, so I would just use this on my eyelids. I've got the 17 Miracle Matte Concealer in Extra Fair. This is a stick concealer, which I want to use this a bit more, just want to test it out a bit more. I've got the 17 Stay Time Concealer in Extra Fair. This is really good for pale skin. I think this might have been discontinued, and if that is true, I'm going to cry because this is like an amazing concealer. I've got two of the H&M Cover Up concealers. One's in a too dark shade, which is this one, which is Almond Beige. And then this one is actually really good for my skin. This is Alabaster, but I've almost run out of this sadly. But this is a really good for pale skin. I've got the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in Fair. All of the writings come off this and it's almost empty, I think. I find this a little bit too orange on me personally, even though I know a lot of people say it's really good for pale skin. On me it's just a bit orange. And lastly, I've got the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. This is the Complete Coverage Serum. I think it's in Fair. Was a bit disappointed with the colour of this, but I do like the formula of it. That is all of my concealers in there. Okay, so the next basket in that drawer was powders. So I'll just go through these quickly. Got a white powder from Lavel, which is off Amazon, and this is just a white one, which is good for saying under eyes. I bought an Urban Decay De-Slick Mattifying Powder. This is like white, but it goes on translucent. This is pretty decent powder. I quite like it. I quite like this powder too. This is the L'Oreal Nude Magique BB powder. There you go. It is not too dark for me, which is good. I quite like this for setting makeup. I've got the MUA Pro Base Prime and Conceal powder. This is like a colour correcting powder, except it kind of goes on fairly translucent to be honest, but got loads of different colour correcting shades in there. I've got Collection Illuminating Setting Powder, which I find this is too dark for me. It is quite shimmery, which is nice, but I don't know, I just find it goes on a little bit like dark and orange on my skin. So I do use this for like setting concealer on my eyelids though. Got a Stargazer powder. This is the white one. This is really good. I like it for setting under eyes. Oh, that's all it's like. As you can see, I've used it quite a lot. Yeah, it's good for setting under eyes, or also if your foundation's like too dark, it's kind of good to put all over your face to lighten it up a bit. I've got another one of those Stargaze powders. This one's in translucent. This one is a bit too dark for me, sadly, so I use this on my eyes again to set concealer. I've got another Stargaze powder. This is the Loose Powder Natural Shimmer. I don't really like this. It's a bit like of a weird orangey colour, and it just has a strange texture. Not the biggest fan of this loose powder. The other loose powder that I've got is the HD Pro Fish powder. This is from Freedom, and this is actually pretty decent loose powder, although I don't reach for loose powders very often. It's got this weird kind of netting packaging, which is interesting, but it is decent, but it's not something I reach for a lot. So that is all of my powders. Okay, this next drawer down, I've got a basket of mascaras and a basket of like liquid liners. I'll start with my mascaras. I've got two of these like MAC sample mascaras that I got with an order I did around Christmas time. The False Lashes Extreme Black and the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash one. I haven't used these very much, I need to start using them more. I've got the L'Oreal False Lash Sculpt, which I used to like, but I don't know, mine's kind of dried up a bit weirdly. I just kind of need to use this up so I can get rid of it really. I've got the Gosh Extreme mascara, which is not the most extreme to be honest, but I do like it. I've also got the Secret Longer Lashes by Gosh mascara, and it has not given me longer lashes. Got the Soap and Glory Thick and Fast, which I actually do really like this one. It is very thick and fast in my opinion. I've got the Barry M Lash Vegas with Fibers mascara. I also really like this one, very volumizing. I got the L'Oreal Mega Volume Miss Hippie mascara. This is another really volumizing mascara. I really like that one. I've got the Max Factor False Lash Effect one. I think I've used this once, and if I remember correctly, I wasn't really that blown away by it, to be honest. Definitely did not give me a false lash effect, but I'll need to try it a few more times really, but yeah. Okay, so we've got liquid liners in here. I'll do my glitter ones first. So I've got a bunch of glitter ones. I've got 4 are from Amazon or eBay. I don't know, one or the other. Same thing really. And they're from a brand called Paint Glow, and these are all glitter liners. So we got a red glimmery one. I think I got these mostly for like Christmas makeup. This is like a white glimmery one. I got a silver glittery one. And yeah, these are definitely for Christmas because I've got a green glittery one. I also got one of the Glam Crystals from Collection Dazzling Gel Liners, and this is in, I think it's called Funk. Yeah, this is like a gold one. Mine has gone a bit weird because I've had it for long, but it is really good. In terms of black liquid liners, I've only got 2. I've got a Maybelline Master Ink one, and it's the satin one, and I've got the Barry M Eye Define super glossy black one, and I really like the Barry M one. I'm not the biggest fan of the Maybelline one, but I like the Barry M one. But I haven't actually got a lot of black liquid liners on me at the moment. I've also got a another one of those Maybelline Master Ink ones, but this is the white one. There's not a lot of like white liquid liners out there, especially affordable ones that are that good. This one isn't the best, but you know, I didn't have a lot to choose from when I wanted a white liquid liner. In terms of like colourful ones, I've got 2 more of the Paint Glow ones. These aren't the best quality, but I mean they're cheap off eBay, so what do you expect? Got like a neon red and a neon green one. I've got 2 from Stargazer, which again, they're not the best. They're decent, they do the job, but they're not amazing. And they're the UV neon ones, and I've got a yellow one and an orange one. And I've also got this Miss Sporty liquid liner, and this is in 002 turquoise, and like it says, it's a turquoise colour. This one's actually quite good, I remember really liking this. So that is mascaras and liquid liners. This is the last drawer and the last of my makeup, and this is an eyeshadow drawer, and I kind of got it organised, not really. In this corner I've got like bright eyeshadows, here I've got like shimmery, glimmery eyeshadows, here I've got like kind of more nudie ones, and here I've got some like smoky palettes, and then behind it here I've just got all my mono eyeshadows, and then I've also got some like primers in this corner that was kind of cut off. Alright, let's go with the bright ones first. I've got the Gosh 9 Shade Shadow Collection to Play in Vegas palette. This has got a load of bright colours in it. I sadly have broken this one here, but yeah, some really good bright colours in there. I've got an MUA Pop-tastic eyeshadow palette. I think this is discontinued now, but it's not my favourite, but it has got some nice vibrant colours in it. I wish I could open it right now. There we go. And as you can see, I have used it because it's a bit of a mess. I got this sleek one that I lost the lid for. No, I didn't lose it. I broke the lid and then threw it away. But this is a good like go-to one for like vibrant looks. This is the Eye Divine Mineral Based Eyeshadow Palette in Ultra Mattes V1. But this is a good one for dramatic looks. And I'm missing two colours here. One was a white and I think one was a green. I'm not even sure, to be honest. Yeah, obviously I broke those, but oops. Also got this Makeup Revolution one. This is the Redemption Palette Acid Bright. Yeah, we got some vibrant colours. I've used this white shade a lot. Remember, this is quite a pigmented white here. But yeah, just some more kind of bright colours. My last kind of bright palette, which I'm going to put into my rotation makeup, is the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. This is like a stunning palette. I mean, look at all of these bright colours. It's so good. So I've got two kind of shimmery palettes in this corner. I've got the MUA Luxe Paradise Plush Plum and Copper 10 shade palette, and this has just got some nice glimmery colours in it. I really like it. I think it's gorgeous. And I've got the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette, and again, this is just full of shimmery, glimmery colours. Okay, so I've got kind of smoky palettes here. First I've got is the Gosh, another 9 shadow shade collection. This is in To Be Cool in Copenhagen. These are all mattes, and it's just lots of dark smoky colours and some nice nude ones as well to make a nice smoky look. I got this one for Christmas. It's the Make Me Up Smolder eyeshadow palette. I don't even know, I've never heard of this before, but this is very smoky, and I think I used it once and I remember it having some decent pigmentation. And I've got the Gosh Smoky Nudes palette as well. I've had this for ages, but it's a good word. Lovely. Yeah, so I've got kind of nudie coloured palettes down here. L'Oreal La Palette Nude. And that's what that one looks like. Got the MUA Undress Me 2 eyeshadow palette here, which I used quite a lot back in the day. You can see a lot of my eyeshadows are quite worn out. I think, again, I had another missing eyeshadow that I must have broke here. I've got this number 7 mini eyeshadow palette here, which has got some shimmers and some mattes. Got the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I love this. Beautiful. And I've got this Makeup Revolution Redemption palette. I know this is a dupe for one of the Urban Decay Naked palettes. Don't know which one. But this was in the advent calendar, and I think the advent calendar was worth it just for this palette because this is amazing. This has got some really good pigmentation. I need to use it more. I will use it more at some point, but this is beautiful. I love that. Got 2 eye primers. Another one from the Makeup Revolution advent calendar, which is just a basic eye primer. And then I've also got the Urban Decay primer potion, which I've had for ages. I've got 3 mono eyeshadows from the advent calendar as well. I've got this one, which is Paper Luxe. That's like a white colour. It's got a bit of glimmer to it. Yeah. I've got this red one called Neutral Red, and it is pigmented, but like it wears off quite easily. Got this really black smoky one. This is called Velvet Luxe, and again, like it swatches good, but it does wear off quite easily. Ooh, that looks pretty there. Seriously, that swatched really good, but like, I swear I don't remember it translating very well onto the eyes. Got a bunch of Makeup Revolution mono eyeshadows here. This one is a bright gold colour, gold, and this one's called I Want You, and it's beautiful. This one is called Frozen, and this is a silver one. Oh god. Does anyone else get these weird lumpy bits in their eyeshadows? I know there's something you can do to fix it, but I can't be asked to look it up. This one is called Temptress, and this is like an emerald greeny colour with some shimmer in it too. Come on, focus. This one is called Touch Me. This is just like a white kind of matte base colour. Obviously, I've used this a lot, as you can see. This one is also a base colour. This one's called Base ! And again, I've got these weird lumps in it that I need to do something about. This is more of a kind of shimmery, neutral colour. And lastly, I've got this coppery one called Mountains of Gold, and it's beautiful. And I've also got some Freedom Mono eyeshadows. This one's called Brights 225, and this is another emerald greeny shimmery colour. Hey, I didn't swatch that properly. This is called Glided 217, and this is another coppery glimmery colour. Pretty. This one's called Nude 206, and I don't even know how to describe this colour, to be honest. It's quite a silvery, almost browny silvery shimmer. This one, that's last one, is called Nude 207, a slightly darker one. Another shimmery browny kind of colour. So that's all my eyeshadows. That's all the makeup I have. It's a work in progress, but at the same time, it's still quite a lot of makeup. I'm happy with how it's coming along, and I can't wait for it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I need another storage thing, because basically I just need another one that's around this size to just get my last kind of remaining baskets in. And yes, and then I will be satisfied. But I'm working on it, okay? And when I move house, I can kind of focus on it a bit more, because obviously I don't want to get it all perfect and then have to move. So that is my completed makeup collection, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you, look at that shadow, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!